Yo, what's going on, people? So, Mo Salah, right, took a picture with his family celebrating Christmas, and the internet went mad. But it's the second year in a row he's done that. I'm trying to understand why are we so angry at that. Now, I can understand it a little bit from a Muslim point of view, because they're like, oh, what? He's Muslim, we don't celebrate Christmas. But no, the Christians really. Christmas is more of a festival. It's a pagan festival originally, but it's more so now representing being with your friends and being with your family. So I can understand from a cultural point of view, him just wishing the indigenous people, the UK, and saying, oh yeah, we're celebrating time together as a family. But from a Muslim perspective, how much is that haram? Is it so haram? Where do we cast it? I know you guys got levels of sort of sin, but at the same time, the man that might onto him say, yo, why are you doing that for, man? You're not meant to be celebrating Christmas. Yeah, it's haram. But you man are smoking, you man are drinking, you man are making music. So I don't know. Like, is it that deep? Like I said, I'm not Muslim, so I can't really tell you guys how angry you should be. I'm just seeing it from a different perspective. Is that does him having a picture of him and his family celebrating being together, does that go against the religion of Islam? Or is it just a thing that where he's just saying that, yo, look, we got family time? Because that's where it is that now. Christians don't really support, like Santa Claus ain't Christmas, right? Giving presents ain't really Christmas. I mean, Santa Claus is not Christian, right? Giving presents, it wasn't really a Christian thing. It's a festival that happened in that era, and I guess Christians took upon themselves to say, you know what, we're going to celebrate the birth of Christ at the same time. But it's more to do now. It's a commercial and capitalist event, and that's in around being with family. So, but one thing I've heard, the 30th of December, it's going to be lit, not the 30th. This Christmas 2030 is going to be lit because apparently Eid falls in that same day. That's gonna be mad. Imagine you go to your mum's house, Auntie Margaret, she's doing all the whole Christian thing. You got food, and then you go and see your Uncle Ali later on, who's a Muslim. Mad, bare celebrations, bare festivals, bare people. Yeah, it's all mad. It's all mad. But they just all get along, man. It's not that deep, man. Anyway, just seen the so I've not watched all of it, I'm not gonna lie, but I've seen clips of it already. The Young Spray interview with 21 Savage's dad. What's your views on that? Well, my thing is this, right? I don't care how bad or evil your baby mum is, right? If you want to see your child, you're gonna make it happen. How many obstacles she puts in front of you by sending him to America, you're gonna make it happen. I see the interview, he was in that, his dad didn't give him nothing and so on, and that's why. But as a father, you be like, hey son, what are you talking about, right? I'm gonna still make an effort. You living over there, I can't, but you know what? I'm gonna pay for you to come on holiday to the UK, or I'm gonna fly it over there. Did you do that in all that time? And that's why it's gonna come across quite booky that all of a sudden my man's rich and you're saying that, yo, like son, I just love you. He'll be looking at you. Where have you been for the last 20 years when my mum was doing it all alone? And that's the thing with a lot of fathers, right, who don't play a part in their children's life, right, intentionally, right? Some people, oh, no, the mother, no, I don't care how much of a witch the mother is. You should still make an effort and make it happen somehow, no matter what's happened between you and. Because them kids are going to grow up one day, right? And they're going to look back at you to say, where was you? You wasn't there. So I don't know. I don't know. Like he's reached out. You think 21 Savage should say like, yo, okay, let's have a conversation as a grown man, or is it thing that way it's kind of too late? Like, I don't know. I'm in two minds about that, man. Because if 21 Savage now was a mass murderer, was in jail for gang killings and stuff, what would the dad still be saying that, yo, son, I love you. Hit me up. I don't know. What's your kind of views on that? Also, while I'm there, I need to apologize, man. I need to apologize for Skin's interview that just come out. Apologies, man. I mean, they came late that day, so the person that was meant to be helping me out with the filming couldn't do it. I had to do it on my own. But I still no excuse in 2022, going into 2023, for the sound quality to be that shit. So apologies for that. Going into 2023, I'm gonna have to double check everything to make sure the sound is on point before like we even record. So I do mic check 1 2 1 2 check. Record for 2 minutes, come back, check it's alright, and do it again. So apologies for the quality of sound you guys have been getting with some of the episodes. It shouldn't be happening right now. Like, I've been doing this long enough for there to be no more excuses on that, to be fair. So yeah, apologies for that. Yeah, so over the Christmas period, what I'm starting to like is people are starting to drop freestyles again. Instagram freestyles of them rapping on TikTok and whatnot. But we ain't getting that as much anymore. So being blessed with Jay Huss doing one the other day, and everyone's like, yo, Jay Huss show is cold, and it was cold. But I see when Central C's dropped, a lot of people in the UK, because I think what's controversial? He said, yeah, he's the king of this UK thing, right? And he should feel that way. Why would he not feel that way? What he's doing, right, is astronomical compared to what other people have tried to do in terms of impacting the US, right? And getting that global cosign. Not even just the US, Europe as well. My man sold out a show sold out a whole arena in France and got a Christmas #1 in France. Where they don't say Je m'appelle, they don't even speak English, right? So we have to put some respect. And I've seen it happen with Stormzy as well. We push people, right? When they're underdogs, like, yo, go and get it, go and get it, go and get it. Yeah, you're the man. Soon as someone starts getting too far, we're like, nah, you're going too far, you know. You know what it reminds me of? I might be wrong, so all my biblical people might tell me. I think it's the town of Babylon in the Bible. I might be wrong. Like, what do you call it? God was saying, rah, these people are getting too smart. I think they're trying to build a tower to get closer and closer to God, right? And God said, hang on, wait a minute. You man, so he shut down the whole thing. So sometimes I think like when we start to see someone's got a bit too much power, has got a bit too much fame, got to get too much popular, is getting too much money, we kind of think, where you think you're going? Come back down there, come back. And I see the hate. Like, let the young man shine, man. He's doing things that no one else is doing. Let's be honest about it, right? I see a lot of hate towards him because he's not a bad man. Like I said, I don't know his history, but he comes across as a good kid who does music. He might have been a trapper, who knows, right? And similar with Stormzy, I see you guys do it with him as well. Like, my man, doesn't matter what he does, right? There's always this sort of thing that where it has to be only a bad man, a gangster. When they're doing it, it's like, yeah, they deserve it. But why can't a kid who's not on badness, making his music, doing what he's doing well, we don't like it. It's like, we don't like people to get too far. It's like, yeah, go and win. But don't win too much. Let the kid win, man. There's too much hate in the UK, man. I'm starting to see that a lot. Like, he's doing things that no one else has been doing in the UK or has managed to do in ages. And for me, he's actually opening doors, helping to propel the ones coming after him to get to so the US can look over and say that, and just fuck the US, not just the US, just like globally, like to them to look at the UK. So let's actually amplify, help push this thing instead of always looking down. Like, I noticed that when I posted up on my Instagram, I see a lot of negative comments, and maybe because he said he was the king, right? But why shouldn't he feel that? He should feel that way. If you're doing the things you're doing, you should feel, yeah, I'm the king of this UK thing. Why not? Boy, Tory Lanez got found guilty, you know. Boy, I don't know whether he done it or not. But what I would say, from what everything that's come out in terms of the evidence in court, there's a lot of reasonable doubt. But the maddest thing about it is that all 12 jurors said yes, guilty. So that's maybe there's something that we didn't see in the court documents and things that's come out, because it's looking kind of, boy, it is mad for him now. It is mad for him. But how do people feel? Because people are like, oh, let it play out in court. Now he's being found guilty. People are still making excuses for it. It's either you're for the justice system and saying, okay, let's wait it, play it out, and when someone gets found guilty, we say, yeah, he's been found guilty of this. Or are we saying, whatever our opinion is based on our own evidence, that's what we're going to believe no matter what? We can't have it both ways. We can't have it both ways. Because whether you like Meg or not, clearly she was shot, right? Of course, she's lied about a few different things and that, but it's separate. But at the same time, you can't base not liking her on saying that she didn't get shot. And really and truly, who did shoot her? There's only 3 of them there, right? And the bodyguard or something like that. So it's either Tory or the friend. The friend has said it was Tory. Well, she's kind of insinuated it was Tory in some of her, and said she's going to have I don't know, it's all mad. It's all mad. But do you guys think justice has been served? Or should you get found not guilty? And if you got not found guilty, would that have been just? I don't know. I don't want to say too much. And now to the YSL Young Thug thing. That's all looking peak, man. You see this gang thing, right? Remember, this gang thing is long. It is long. A lot of these young people, like you guys all follow Young Thug and Slime and YSL and so on, whatever it is, right? You see how quick people have to go and do things to protect themselves, right? When shit hits the fan, right? Because you guys will all catch a murder case, right? Someone don't want to spend the rest of life in jail, and the detective will go like, "Oh, younger brother, Young Stepper said you done it." Young brother like, no, it was him. They just played a trick on you. Now everyone's turning on each other, right? The road thing is long. There's no winners, right? I can count maybe 10 man in the history of all the people I known growing up who have probably cut you, right? The rest of them are now just working legitimate jobs. I've had to change up. I've had, like, it's all mad. Longevity, there's no longevity in it, right? And think about it, you got the rest of your life to live, you know? You got the rest of your life to live. That small period between age 14 and 22 is only 8 years of your life, right? That's when the gang thing is really active. Let's give it 25. Let's say 14, 25, 11 years. You got the rest of your life to live. We're going to be in a gang forever. It's all long, man. It's all long. Anyway, that was my rant for the day. Oh, last thing. Hackney Wick, we're starting our sports college right next year, right? If you're interested, if you're in year 11, you're looking at college next year, you're looking to do sports, you want to get into playing football, right? Look no further than us. The man them have linked up with Loughborough University to start our very own college, right? So you'll be doing football in the afternoons, you'll be doing education in the morning. Wednesday you'll be playing matches, you'll be filming all the games. So yeah, get at us, man. Out.